हिंद, मैं राइफलमैन अमित सिंह
और मैं राइफलमैन जीवन श्रेष्ठा 7 बटालियन 11 गोरखा राइफल भारतीय सेना की तरफ से आप सभी का इस कारगिल वॉर मेमोरियल में हार्दिक स्वागत तथा अभिनंदन करते हैं।
कारगिल युद्ध का एक बड़ा भाग इसी 2 सेक्टर से लड़ा गया। इसके अलावा आप जिस स्थान पर उपस्थित हैं वहाँ से उन पहाड़ियों की चंद एक चोटियां दिखाई देती हैं जिन पर सन 1999 में पाकिस्तानी सेना ने धोखे से घुसपैठ की थी।
आप जिस रास्ते से आए हैं इसे नेशनल हाईवे के नाम से जाना जाता है। टाइगर हिल की ऊंचाई समुद्र तल से लगभग 16,700 फीट है।
टाइगर हिल बाएं, दूसरी नुकीली चोटी, नाम राइनो हॉर्न बाएं, एक हल्का गोलाकार टॉप, नाम .4875 को आज हम बत्रा टॉप के नाम से जानते हैं।
आपके सामने कोलोनिंग पहाड़ पर दुश्मन के करीब 100 सैनिक थे जो उनके द्वारा की गई एक गहरी घुसपैठ थी। वहाँ से दुश्मन NH-1 पर प्रभावशाली फायर डाल रहा था।
2 जुलाई की रात दोनों ही बटालियनों ने भिन्न भिन्न दिशाओं से हमला शुरू किया। लक्ष्य कठिन था पर असंभव नहीं। इस उत्तम की लड़ाई के बाद अंत 11 जुलाई टाइगर हिल की चोटी पर फिर से तिरंगा लहराया गया।
उनके अदम्य साहस को देखते हुए 18 ब्रिगेडियर थे जिन्हें योगेंद्र सिंह यादव को परम वीर चक्र और लेफ्टिनेंट बलवान सिंह को महावीर चक्र से सम्मानित किया गया।
.4875 और उसके आसपास की चोटियों को कब्जा करने की जिम्मेदारी 13 जम्मू एंड कश्मीर राइफल, 17 जाट व 2 नागा को दी गई। तीनों ही बटालियनों ने 4 जुलाई से लेकर 7 जुलाई तक के लिए इस संघर्षपूर्ण मुकाबले में अलग अलग दिशाओं से हमला कर दुश्मन को मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया।
इस ऑपरेशन में 13 जम्मू एंड कश्मीर राइफल के कैप्टन विक्रम बत्रा ने साहस का नया अध्याय लिखते हुए अपने प्राणों को देश के नाम निछावर।
Live visuals coming in of the Kargil War Memorial. You can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the frame. Earlier, he paid tributes to the fallen soldiers. In 1999, the soldiers who gave their supreme sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice to protect the sovereignty of the country. The Prime Minister was paying his tributes to those. This day is also a reminder of the struggles of our jawans, of our brave hearts who chased out the Pakistani army men, the infiltrators, and got India this victory in the Kargil war. We have Sohail joining us on the broadcast with more details. Sohail, 2 visuals on the screens. On one hand, earlier when the Prime Minister paid tributes to the brave hearts, on the other, he is inside the Kargil War Memorial. Take us through them.
Well, in fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the laying ceremony, paid tributes and homage to all those brave hearts who laid down their lives for the nation. He also visited this gallery where, in fact, he is being shown the items that Indian Army has seized from Pakistani Army. We remember that it was Pakistani Army who then in 1999 refused to even take back the dead bodies of their soldiers, and even Indian Army conducted the lost rites of those soldiers who were in fact killed in the battle of this Kargil. Pakistan and its Pakistani Army had refused to take them, including the dead body of Sher Khan. So here in Dras, Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the in fact wreath-laying ceremony, paid homage to all those martyrs who laid down their lives for the nation, and after that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will now in fact meet the war veterans, family members of all those martyrs who in fact laid down their lives, and then he will address the army jawans here at Dras. This is a very significant visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Dras. In 1999 itself, Narendra Modi, when he was a Bharatiya Janata Party leader, had in fact visited Dras to boost the morale of the army soldiers here in Dras, who were in fact fighting Pakistan at that time. And now after 25 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is back in Dras, and he's meeting army jawans and army officers here to sound out a loud and clear message. Back in 1999,
Right.
situation was different. Pakistan had this plan to capture the high mountain peaks here in Dras, but the Indian army didn't let them to do. Where just in 2 months and 3 weeks, Indian army fought back and recaptured all those mountain peaks, be it Tiger Hill or the Batra Top. The stories of
Absolutely.
Kargil.
You know, earlier we got a reaction
were-
from one of the brave hearts who saw this all up close and personally spoke about how when the war started, clearly we weren't prepared to handle the situation back then because we didn't know that we were entering a war. But this is a reminder of the strategic prowess of the Indian military, isn't it? Stay on with us, Sohail. We have Wing Commander Praful Bakshi as well. The 1999 Lahore Declaration had just happened, after which it was violated and the infiltration took place. One of the veterans, in fact, spoke to Sohail and, he spoke about how we entered the war. Initially, there was no preparation, but slowly our strategic prowess was in front of the entire world.
Absolutely right, ma'am. This, we were taken by surprise. Let's face the fact. We were not expecting it. In fact, when the news were coming, actually at that time people were disbelieving it. Till such time, somebody had to physically go and was physically stopped, attacked. And there is one post where the bombing had started taking place. And thereafter, they realized that Pakistanis had brought their artillery guns at height, and their guns were not like Bofors. They could not fire at high angle. They brought it at high altitude, and they were firing it. So, question is, how come Pakistanis reached there? That is the question which will always trouble us, because as I just repeated, we took Kargil post in 71 also back. We took it earlier also back. So why do we keep repeating taking Kargil post back? That policies which are resulting in this action have to be reviewed and changed. That is what is the absolute thing, because when you have to guard your territory, then you don't look at weather or COVID ho gaya tha, isliye hum ruk gaye the, or barish aa rahi thi. All those things, those excuses don't work. And that is what had happened.
Wing Commander Bakshi, yes, it's been 25 years. It's the 25th anniversary of Kargil War, Kargil Vijay Divas. But to those who were involved, to those who saw it up close and personal, to the families who were impacted, it must feel like it just happened yesterday.
Obviously, they have not forgotten. We have not forgotten. Though we watched it from the ground, we watched it on television. Of course, I had just left Air Force. I was with the media. I was talking to them. I saw the whole development. Everybody was watched, and the families, our hearts go out to them, because they lost their young sons, young boys of JCO's rank, of officers' rank, in the Jawans, and the way they sacrificed themselves. That tribute which American Army has given us, the tribute which Pakistani Army has given us, that they have admitted that our soldiers were coming up like ants in front of in face of heavy fire. That spirit will only come when the soldier fights with Naam, Namak or Nishan. Indian soldiers stand out. It is unique. So those who, we should never compare our soldiers or our fighting conditions to anywhere in the world. Ours is a unique condition, and our soldiery is unique. It is hereditary soldiery, where villages after villages, ancestors after ancestors are followed. Their sacrifices, their medals. So these boys who had sacrificed, if their children have grown up, everybody wants to join their father's footsteps. Even their widow wives have joined their footsteps. This is the spirit which the Kargil has left behind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So,
And as we speak,
yes,
Commander
sacrifice is
Bakshi,
not gone
stay on
away.
with us. We're also getting visuals of the photo session which is happening underway amidst the hills that witnessed it all, that saw the struggle of the army Jawans, that saw how they had to maneuver through the tough terrains and sacrifice their life for the sovereignty of the country. The hills have witnessed it all. With the Tiranga in the background, we just got visuals of the photo session that was underway. Wing Commander Bakshi continues to be with us. Since you're talking about admission by the Pakistani side recently, in fact, Nawaz Sharif spoke about it. He spoke about 1998 when Pakistan carried out the nuclear test, after which Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the then Prime Minister, made an agreement, the Lahore Declaration that we were just talking about, and that it was violated by them. It was our fault. That's what Nawaz Sharif said. So he admitted that clearly does not give a clean sheet to Pakistan anywhere. But that, is a reminder to all those who time and again talk about dialogue with Pakistan, isn't it?
Following, even listening to those sort of statements is, I don't understand. Those voices should have been stopped long back. Tell me one thing, if I go and stand outside and start talking against my country like that,
Right.
or my children start doing that, what will happen?